All right, y'all, I'm going to end this episode like I always do. Showing love and shouting out. And today I want to shout out all the real fathers out there. Okay. All the real dads. I want to shout y'all out, man. Because I just had one of those dad moments a few days ago that I knew was coming. I think I handled it correctly. But in real time, that shit was hell. Okay. I know my son has autism. Okay. He's 13. So some of the stuff that uh should be out of the way now in terms of me being a father is not out of the way because of my son's condition. You feel me? So a lot of those first end up not happening with him, and it ends up happening with my daughter. And so I finally told my daughter the truth about Santa Claus. Okay. Now, I did that, y'all. First of all, let me back up because some motherfuckers think you be wrong to tell your kid, have your kids believing in Santa Claus. I disagree with that. That's just me personally. You do what the fuck you want to do in your household. Just about for me. I am a very creative person. I am a very imaginative person. Um, so I like all that kind of shit. My mother did it for me. I would leave out the milk and cookies, and I would write a note to Santa and stuff like that. I did the letter to Santa. My mom would do the best she could to get me what was on the list. She would eat the milk and cookies, and she would leave me a note with the most beautiful penmanship. Uh, and I would wake up and I'll go in there and see that, and I'll just be amazed, like, whoa, Santa Claus, his his penmanship is so beautiful. Like my mama's penmanship is so gorgeous that it kind of like would make you think that some mystical motherfucker wrote it. Okay, so beautiful cursive writing. Okay. And I just remember that from my childhood and loving that and just thinking how much my mama loves me. That she would do all that for me. It just makes me feel good that she would just go out her way uh to provide that those magical moments for me, man. Because once your child gets shit, even to teenagers, seem like when they get to middle school, like they lose a little bit of their innocence and things start to get real. You feel me? And I especially know that. My life, I had to start helping to raise my niece at like 6, 7 years old. So I've had responsibility most of my life, but my life still was way easier than it is now. My God, adulthood be adulting. You understand? So as long as I can provide some of that kind of shit, some of those little magical moments, those fun moments, those imaginative moments, creative moments for my kids, I've been doing that. So, but with a twist, with a twist. My baby would do the note to Santa and everything like that, and I would say, okay, I'm gonna get it to him. I'm gonna get it to him. But I would tell her that mama and dad are paying Santa to make the shit. Okay, so we still were letting her know it's really us that's providing for you. This motherfucker is making the shit. Okay, and then he coming to drop it off. And she would leave the milk and cookies, and she would give Santa a healthy choice as well, because she would say Santa needs to lose some weight, for his health. So she would leave an apple and stuff or something like that as well. And I would love to go in there, y'all, and eat the milk and cookies, eat the cookies and drink the milk, and eat the apple or orange slices, whatever she would leave. And I would write a letter back to her in cursive, like my mama did for me. And my baby loved those letters. And she would hang them on the refrigerator. Also, she introduced something with this elf on the shelf. Now, my mom didn't do that for me, but the elf on the shelf shit. and that was wild. So now sometimes I forget to move that goddamn elf, and she'll say the next day, "Oh, my elf didn't move," and I feel so bad. So there are plenty of times I wake up in the middle of the night and go get that goddamn thing and move it. You feel me? Uh, just so she can have fun, moving it everywhere. I didn't put it on a book bag. I put it on the damn toilet. I put it all kind of places, man. It just was fun. But I noticed this year she hadn't said anything about a note to Santa. She hadn't said anything like Dad to tell Santa I want this. We got the shelves out, but I mean, excuse me, we got the elves out on the shelf, but I haven't moved them, and she ain't said nothing about it. Like I moved them one time, and she put them back, but she didn't say nothing about it. She's like, "Oh," she calls one of them Chippy. I think she called them Chocolate and Chippy. So I moved and she put it back, but she didn't say, "Oh, Daddy, Chocolate and Chippy moved." So I was like, yeah, either she doesn't believe anymore, just off logic, or I thought shit, she's in middle school now. She's a sixth grader. I'm assuming one of her classmates had told her about the shit. And so I had to talk with her a few days ago, and my baby just went to crying. And I'm like, oh shit. I just ruined this shit for her. She was still believing. At least that's what I thought in real time. So she up here crying, and goddamn it, because she crying, I didn't start crying because I'm thinking I done traumatized her. And also thinking, like, damn, I would have had one more year of having fun with this. Like I said, I like doing the milk and cookies thing. I like doing the help on the shelf thing with her. Hell, we would even do the Santa tracker. They got some shit where you can track Santa where you going and shit. We would do that. One time I changed her godfather, Tim G. Jacob. I changed his name in my phone to Santa, and I had him texting her back and forth. So she thinks she was texting Santa Claus. I did all kind of shit, having fun. So I was like, damn, I done fucked that up. I ain't gonna have time, another chance to do that because I want more children, but my wife didn't want more children. And shit, we starting to get on up there now. I'm 39. She 38 going on 39. So it was rough, man. It was rough, but uh I told her this, and I sent her mama a text and told her to let her see it the next morning when they were on the way to school. I said, "Dear Happy." Again, I call my daughter Happy. She makes me happy. All the bullshit I go through in this world. She walked in here right now. I'm gonna smile. Okay. So I said, "Dear Happy, I feel like I made you stop believing in magic. However, I want you to know that the true magic is in us. Daddy loves you more than myself." So I told her that, and my wife had a conversation with her. My wife tells me that really what it was, my daughter got overwhelmed. She thought I was finna hit her with some real shit. She probably thought I was finna had a sex talk with her or something about relationship with boys. I don't know. And that once she got overwhelmed, it just kept going from there. Because my daughter's real sensitive. You feel me? And some of y'all might have sons who are sensitive as well. But it's like it's no textbook for us, especially those of us who didn't have a daddy. Like we really just be trying to do the best that we fucking can out here. All right. So I just wanted to shout y'all out if you've been through something similar with your kids and having the Santa talk or having the sex talk or having the slavery talk, having the police talk. Like I still got a lot of stuff I got to check off my list. In terms of all these talks, I talk to my kids about a lot of these things, but for instance, like with slavery and racism, like visuals of it, oh, that shit fucks my daughter up. We went to the Civil Rights Museum, and she saw a video about this shit, and we went in this like classroom that was kind of showing you how segregated classrooms were, how the black kids classes in the black school were fucked up versus the white kid. Oh, she just started crying and crying and crying up in that bitch. Especially when they got to talk about how they would try to kill you if you tried to integrate a school. So I already know she ain't ready for me to show her roots like I had to watch back in the day. She ain't ready for that shit yet. Okay. See, I want to get ahead of everybody else. I don't want her being introduced to important things and important topics by media, by her partners. I don't want that. I want to introduce that shit to her, me or her mama. Okay, whether it be the talk I just had with her, whether it be the sex talk eventually, whether it be you name it. I want us to get in front of it because we are the parents, okay, and we are the ones responsible for her well-being, and we have her well-being in mind. While the world don't give a fuck about my children, you feel me? So I want to get ahead of all that kind of shit, and I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Okay, I ain't got it all figured out, but I can tell you this: I love my children. I love my children, and because of that, I'm gonna continue to be the best father that I can be and figure it out as I go. But it's hard. So shout out to all the real dads out there, man, holding it down for your kids, especially if you got a sensitive kid like I do. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to all y'all real ones out there. This has concluded episode 182 of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something, okay? Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Put all your people on it. You ain't gonna find one person who can talk about all these myriad of topics like your homeboy first. And I thank y'all for your support, okay? Again, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all as always. One.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.